What's going on? This is Terrence Manning, and this is My Thoughts Uncut. Today, I wanted to review a post from this gentleman claiming that we should not celebrate the 4th of July. Um, let's see what he has to say. Probably going to be pretty interesting, and let's get to it.
Sorry, but you should not be celebrating the 4th of July. The United States was founded on the principle that there are no kings to govern us, right? We govern ourselves with laws, democracy, we decide who leads us, blah, blah, blah. But for a long time, especially recently, the government has proven that it does not care what you think. The majority of Americans want affordable, if not free, health care. They don't care.
Okay, I have to disagree with that. Trump is in office right now. He definitely cares what American people think. He has our best interests. And prior to Trump, I can agree with him. They did not care. Biden didn't care what we wanted. They let everybody in the country, all these illegals. So I agree with him on that part. But now, with Trump, MAGA, he definitely cares. Let's see. He talked about healthcare. Let's rewind it and take a look.
Americans want affordable, if not free, health care. They don't care.
Disagree. We can't have free healthcare. I can understand affordable healthcare, but free healthcare we cannot have. That will spike up the taxes that we pay yearly. It would be outrageous wait times to get just a simple, every 6 month check in. And if you break or broken bone, you would have to wait a while to see a doctor too. You can just look at how Canada is. Canada's healthcare system is trash. Uh, they have to wait in long lines. They get the lower end doctors skill wise. To see a specialist, it takes a long time. Canadians do not like their healthcare. Uh, and I know some Canadians. All right, let's see what else he has to say.
The majority of Americans want some form of gun reform. They don't care.
I disagree with this 1000%. The majority of Americans do not want gun reform. Guns do not kill people. People kill people. A gun doesn't just walk up and start shooting. People kill people. If I'm a law-abiding citizen and I have a registered gun, a legal registered gun, and you take that away from me, how will I defend myself against criminals? Because they're not going to give their illegal guns away. They're not going to give it back. So we'll be outnumbered and outmanned with the legal firearms purchased by criminals versus us law-abiding citizens who just want to protect our family. We want to, and some even it's a sport. They go shoot every week, every 2 weeks, and they have competitions. I haven't seen a competition on ESPN before when they were shooting. It was crazy. So I totally disagree with that. That the right to bear arms is our Second Amendment. Like, why will we take away our right to protect ourselves? It doesn't make sense. You get some crazy nut who goes off and shoots and has mass murder, but that has nothing to do with guns being the problem. It's people. And why don't they ever talk about these shootings in the black neighborhoods when you got black on black crime all the time? You got these YNs who are shooting each other. They never say, oh, take away gun reform. They never do. It's only a certain time they say it. All right, let's continue. It's already pissing me off.
The majority of Americans want college to be more affordable. They don't care. The majority of Americans.
All right, well, college more affordable is, hey, look, if you can't afford to go to college, go to a 2 year college first. Take the basic courses that you need to take, transfer it over to a 4 year college, and do it that way. That will significantly decrease the amount of tuition you would have to pay. The student loans would be much lower. Also, if you're going to go into college, go with a purpose. Don't go in there and goof off, and then all of a sudden you leave. You got all this student loans, and you didn't graduate. You have no degree for it. Also, pick the right degree. When you get out of college, you get a career that will pay you a good amount of money, not some career that makes no money. 40K. 40K is not a lot of money after college, and you have to pay your student loans. It doesn't cut it. This is why people are suffering. They get their degrees. They think, oh, I'm special now. I get out of college. I should be getting jobs. I should be getting companies calling me left and right. Doesn't work that way. And companies are going to hire people who have experience and who also don't seem stuck up and basically know everything. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is.
Kids want more rights for parents like maternity and paternity leave. They don't care. The majority of Americans want more access to homes for the homeless. They don't care.
Okay, so more access to homes for the homeless. Basically, I'm assuming he's referring to shelters. Here's the thing. If they build them, it would also be a tax burden on us. Also, where are you going to put them? Because I know certain communities, I don't think I would want to have that near my community where I live. That's a safety issue. A lot of the homeless people, they have mental problems, mental illness. They take drugs. I see them all the time. East Coast and West Coast. Well, especially in the West Coast. Small companies, small businesses, large companies, they're not going to want them in there near their establishments. So this, I can understand he's coming from a good place, but at the same time, it's tough to do.
The majority of Americans want a higher minimum wage. They don't care. The majority of Americans does not want a...
Okay. After this one, I'll probably turn the video off because he's killing me. You can't pay people with low skill jobs high minimum wage. Like someone at McDonald's working there as a high school kid, a college kid, they should be having those jobs. They should be minimum wage. They shouldn't be hiking minimum wage. You're paying a low skill person a higher amount of wage. Why? Just they don't deserve a higher wage to flip burgers and hand out fries. I'm sorry. Also, the companies will hike up the prices. They will also lower the amount of people they hire because they got to make their money too. This is a business.
America to start wars in the Middle East.
I agree.
They don't care. The only thing that the politicians and therefore the government of the United States cares about is staying in power and getting more money so when they leave the job, they can live in luxury, okay? They do not care about you, so do not care about this godforsaken country.
Okay, I agree with one of the parts, disagree with the last one. You definitely should care about your country. You live in the country. It's equivalent to not caring about your home. You should care about your home. You live in the home. You take care of your home. You clean your home. You clean your neighborhood. You want your neighborhood to be clean. You want your country to be clean. You can be frustrated with your country. You could be frustrated with your neighborhood, but you don't just say, I don't care. That's not the way to solve problems. The other thing is he right? He is right. Congressmen and women, they make about $175K to $250K, I believe, depending on how long they've been there. And they leave multimillionaires. Doesn't make sense. Clearly, allegedly, something's going on where they're earning their millions somehow legally. I don't understand. But for the most part, I disagree with pretty much everything he said. I love this country. Wouldn't want to have it any other way. Is there issues in the country that we need to fix? Yes. But even with your own family, there's issues. You don't agree with everything your own siblings say, your own parents say. You don't just give up. So I would like to know what you guys think. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, and let me know if you agree with me, you disagree with me, you agree with him, or you disagree with him.